What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I honestly don't even know where to start with this one. Way too much went down in this episode. I wasn't even planning on covering this, but nah, I had to get this off my chest. Ice, listen to this. You gotta slide some money and catch him outside the pod. Make it look friendly, like y'all cool or whatever. Then boom, you gotta snuff him. You can't let someone get that off on you like that. Hold up. If a grown man asks you to write him a tweet, you write the tweet? That's insane. They don't even know what you actually do. That's wild. These are your so-called friends and they admitted out loud that they don't even know what you're good at? That's crazy to me. But anyway, if you missed today's Patreon episode, Mona basically strong-armed the whole room and brought Jenise Hart up there. For anyone who doesn't know Jenise Hart, she's a comedian and an adult film star. I've seen both lanes of her work, and yeah, I've smiled at both. She was extremely open and very transparent. She pretty much answered every question thrown her way. Now sure, some answers were a little vague, but let's be real. They were asking her heavy questions, trauma-triggering questions. And if I'm Jenise, watching that interview back, replaying it later, I'm definitely looking at Mona sideways. Of course, I'm always the one accused of stirring the pot in this relationship, but you're the one asking me invasive questions. I'm telling you I make my money through comedy and adult content. I'm telling you when I'm with my partner, that's where the adult work stays. And you keep pressing me with, do you like girl on girl? Do you do toys? I would have snapped too. Like a girl, there's more to me than just sex. And it's funny Jenise came on there and told the story about Mona blocking her and not messing with her at first, thinking she was copying her style, because you can clearly see in this interview how that friendship works. Mona does all the talking. And since Mona feels like she can take credit for helping start Janice's comedy career because Jenise put her on, yeah, that friendship has an expiration date. But what do I know? I'm just speculating. That episode was hilarious though. Now, let's circle back to Ice. There's a reason Ice wasn't there. There's definitely a reason. Everyone in the comments kept saying Miss Peace told him to leave. Nah. Before I even get into it, tell me how Ice somehow has all the control and no control in the relationship at the same time. Make it make sense. But anyway, everybody thinks Miss Peace sent Ice home. You know what I think it really was? Everybody keeps talking about Twitter Ice and how big he is on that app. Go check the Twitter history and then go scroll through Janice's profiles. Make sure his name isn't sitting in the likes somewhere. He was trying to avoid that moment. Because the second Jenise started talking, she was like, Joe, I hear you clowning me, but you follow me. I don't follow you, you follow me. That moment was like, oh shit. And speaking of Joe, Shade made sure her presence was felt. Joe, you are not about to do anything stupid behind my back. You're not about to move recklessly. Now this could mean one of two things. Most people in the comments went straight to the freaky side, saying she was there to scout. If anyone's adding a third wheel with Jenise, she has to be the one to sign off on it. And honestly, I can respect that. But let's be clear. Houston, stand up.
She's repping Texas. Joe, you are not about to do anything wild under my watch. You can tell these people whatever you want, and yeah, we might not be married, but I still move like a wife. And when I say that, I mean nothing happens without my supervision. None of it. Imani made sure to get a fresh lineup, but that beard was still looking a little rough, so I don't think he did that for Jenise. Alright, Zaire made sure his happy ass was present for the Patreon episode. Zaire made sure when we were at the fight, you were at the fight. We were all there together. None of this is slick at all. And shout out to Ish, because I really thought he would have dipped too. He just sat there and took all of that. But let's pivot back to Mona. Listen to this. It becomes painfully obvious every time she really gets in her bag, everyone else slowly starts checking out. And of course, Jenise was gonna keep the back and forth energy going because that's my friend, quote unquote. But everybody else was sitting there with that look like, oh my God, I cannot take much more of this. Mark and Mona are a whole situation, because if Mark weren't as scholarly and buttoned up as people see him, he would have verbally cooked Mona already. He would have done it clean too, because she's gonna keep shooting at him more and more and more. I told y'all this months ago. She does not like that man, and Mark feels that energy. He knows she doesn't like him, so he's gonna keep firing back. She's not catching all the jokes. She's definitely missing some of them. Every single time she starts talking about doing a show or hyping herself up about a show, Mark jumps right in. Oh yeah? Where was it at? The parking lot by the dumpsters at the bar? Like, nah, this dude is ruthless. He's really gunning for her. There's a reason she doesn't like him, because he's coming at her from every angle. He was doing the same thing to Jenise too, but because Jenise was so open and transparent transparent, she was catching all of it and didn't care. She was like, I don't care, I make too much money. And when it comes to the traumatic stuff they keep trying to dig up, the money overrides all of that in the minds of women who make content like this. I don't care. Too many people have already seen me naked. Too many people pay me to see me naked. Why would I stress about consequences 2 years from now or even 12 years from now? And Imani actually asked a very fair question. Do you think doing adult films affects your comedy career? She took offense to that. I'm already respected. You know what I mean? And that's exactly why she snapped back like that. The conversation started getting really deep, but then Mona had a few moments where it was clear she was like, I don't want to hear this. Y'all are asking the wrong questions. Because instead of expanding the convo, she kept dragging it right back to porn. There were so many different lanes Jenise could have gone down, but they forced her down the same tunnel over and over. It was like, we only want you here this way because that's how we see you, instead of letting her really open up. I saw someone in the comments saying she was on 85 South and it was a totally different vibe. Well, yeah, you react to the energy you're given. The moment she stepped in there, everybody was already talking. And I'm not even gonna lie, I wasn't excited to watch this episode at first because I had the same judgment. But the second I hit play, I was laughing non-stop. Like, yo, this is hilarious. This is hilarious. But y'all tell me what you think in the comments. Even Joe himself said he dropped mid in January. So is February about to be the comeback month? Is this episode a good start? Was the J. Cole talk last episode enough to kick February off the way we're used to? Or are we about to get more mid while Patreon prices supposedly go up? Because as much as people keep saying that, my price hasn't gone up, and I'm pretty sure the $25 tier hasn't changed either, so I don't even know what he meant by that. But y'all let me know in the comments. Like the video and subscribe.